What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut, the new source for sports news and entertainment. And today we're going to get into the San Antonio Spurs and why they might be better than you think. But before I get started, if you have not taken the time to hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. We will be giving away a PlayStation 5 once we hit 100,000 subscribers. All you got to do to be entered to win is leave a comment in the comment section and be an active subscriber. That's it. But without further ado, let's get into the San Antonio Spurs and why they might be better than you think. That is right. Let's dig into some of these telling numbers about this young team. This team is led by DeJounte Murray and Greg Popovich. And this San Antonio Spurs team actually leads the league in assists. That is right. Our first point is going to be leading the league in assists. Excellent ball movement is coming back. Now, you might have watched the game last night, and we did have a rough third quarter where DeJounte Murray was throwing the ball everywhere. But that is not like Murray. He is really, really good at protecting the ball. His assist-to-turnover ratio, I've talked about it before, is just off the chain and through the roof. That's right, which gets us into the second point. The assist-to-turnover ratio. So not only do the Spurs lead the league in assists, they actually have the highest assist-to-turnover ratio in the league. And if they keep at this pace, even with last night's game, throwing the ball everywhere, they could set an NBA record. That is right. This young San Antonio Spurs team is on pace to set an assist-to-turnover ratio record. And that's because DeJounte Murray is so good with the ball. He has worked hard. He still has a loose dribble every now and then, but he has worked hard to protect the basketball and get his teammates in positions to get buckets. You can't beat that. So I definitely want to shout out DeJounte Murray. This last game, Jakob Poeltl had a career high in assists. So as you see, he's being able to work the ball better from that high post. A little Tim Duncan-like, might I say. So right there, the first top two reasons should let you know that this team is really good. They're just young. You got to go to teams like the Golden State Warriors to find a team that has close to the as many assists that the Spurs average. And they're not close to assist-to-turnover ratio. Believe that. All right. So the third reason that this Spurs team is better than most might think is their overall point differential for the season. That is right. Even though the Spurs have lost more games than they have won, they are a plus 12 now on the season. That is right. After last night's win, they were plus 8. They won by 5. So overall, they are beating their opponents by 12 points this year. That's a combined point differential. That is very uncommon for a team with this record. You will usually see the higher point differentials going to teams with winning records. And that just goes to show that this team is better than you think. Watch out, they are coming along. My fourth reason is going to be Kelden Johnson's three-point shooting. Oh my, I did not see that coming. KJ has been a monster from three. He's led the league in three-point percentage, and he's been in the top 5 all year. That is just impressive for a young player who just continues to work on his game. He's a great player and a bright future ahead for Kelden Johnson. Not to mention that, even though we lost Derek White's playmaking, our team shooting might be a little bit better because Josh Richardson can really hit. Thomas Satoransky, who got in a few minutes last night, can hit buckets. He only had 3 points on free throws, but he can hit. He's a good three-point shooter. You already got McBuckets, KJ stepping up. Vassell is streaky, but he's a good shooter. Primo's a shooter. Man, that clutch three DeJounte Murray hit. So the team shooting is getting better as they go. Not to mention Zach Collins brings that touch, able to hit from inside and outside. And Zach Collins is going to keep getting better, y'all. Watch out. So to go with, before I go into my last point on the fifth reason why I think the Spurs are better than you think, I want to mention this. The The Spurs are now 24-7 when leading after 3 quarters. That is right. If the Spurs get a lead heading into the fourth quarter, they are 24-7. Now they are 1-3 in overtime this year, getting their first win in just a crazy game. If I was to break that game down, we'd be here for about an hour because it was just fun. It was exciting, y'all. I want to get into it. Man, the Wizards and Kyle Kuzma. Man, imagine this. Kyle Kuzma was almost drafted by the Spurs. The Lakers swooped in. They found out we was scouting him. He was almost traded to the Spurs multiple times. Once for Kawhi, once for DeRozan. Could you imagine Kyle Kuzma in Doug McBucket's spot? Oh my, as a starter on this team. That would be must-see TV. Woo! You throw Kyle Kuzma in there and slide Doug McBuckets to the bench. Man, you might got a top 5, top 6 team. Maybe even top 4 the way these guys have been clicking. And I'm telling you, they're better than they've been playing. Which gets me into my last point. And the fifth reason I think the Spurs are better than some people might think is based on something you can't measure, but you can definitely see it. And that is that this team has heart. They believe they can win. They come and they play to win, no matter who they're going up against, no matter how daunting the challenge might be. These guys are playing with heart. It's fun to see. They're trying from start to finish. Sometimes it don't go the way we want it to go, and that's all right. But you can see them learning. You can see how hard they're fighting. And you can see they are right there. If you watch this team, you can tell they are right there on the cusp of being back into playoff form, where they're regularly in the playoffs like they had Timmy and Manu or Timmy and Robinson back in the day. I ain't trying to leave out Parker. I just said Manu. My bad. I don't want to get no Parker fans mad at me. Tony Parker, y'all. But I can't help it. Ginobili. One of my favorite names to say of all time. But yeah, I just feel like this team has heart that you can't measure. DeJounte Murray, everything he's been through to become an all-star. Kelden Johnson just keeps grinding, finding ways to improve his game. They said he was going to hit the wall because all he could do was throw his body into people. He just started throwing three-point shots into people. Buckets. That's right. Very impressed with the uptick of your boy Devin Vassell. He didn't have his best game, but he didn't let that affect his overall gameplay. He kept his head in the game. He took the chewing out that Pop gave him when he made a mistake, and he kept going. He didn't let that affect his mentality. They're taking in the wisdom and knowledge that Pop has given them. They're accepting that coaching. And this team might be ready to break out like Memphis did this year. Watch out for the Spurs next year. I think this team is going to fight for that play-in spot. I don't think they're going to go ahead and tank for that draft pick like some of us might want. And that's okay if we don't tank, because we got multiple draft picks. We got 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and all the future picks to move forward into the draft if we need to. I just like the way this team is playing and what they're doing. And I think the San Antonio Spurs are better than a lot of people think, especially the national media. I mean, they played that New York Knicks game yesterday instead of this Spurs Wizard game. This game was fun, exciting. That Lonnie Walker dunk was better than almost every dunk in the dunk contest. Come on, man. Ooh, let's get Skywalker in the dang dunk contest. I'm telling y'all, Lonnie can fly. But yeah, I really like what I'm seeing from this team. Primo did get no play. That was all right. It was cool to see Thomas Satoransky get in there. And I think that's what Pop's going to do, just get his new players a little bit of time and feeling so he can see what they got. And then they can all learn how to vibe together and play together with their new pieces. Even though the core is right there intact, you still want to get those new pieces a little bit of time and let them get acclimated to the system and playing with each other. But watch out, everybody. I think we are on to something here in San Antonio. If you don't agree with me, I'll be checking in the comments to see how you feel about this Spurs team. We had an exciting win. We are going back to back. Let's see if they can keep it going. Having a really good rodeo road trip right now. And I see good things for the Spurs team. Whether they make the play-in tournament or the playoffs, or they just missed the playoffs. This team is going in the right direction. And if you just dig a little bit deeper into the numbers, you might be able to see it as well. But once again, everybody, I'll be checking the comments to see how you feel about this Spurs team. Do you agree that they might be better than most people think? But it's been fun. And your boy is out, because I got to go. Peace.
Oh, and one last thing I did want to mention is that the key for this team, the key to success, is really going to be their late game execution. Did want to throw that in there before I get out of here. Just to give an example, in that second half in the fourth quarter, didn't have to go to overtime maybe. DeJounte Murray took a contested three-point shot, probably should have passed it. You could kind of see Pop wasn't happy with that shot selection, especially when Lonnie Walker had it going on, Kelden Johnson had it going on. We just got to realize that a little bit better in that late game execution. Once these guys get that down, then we got to watch out. But that's all I got, man. Everybody have a blessed day. Your boy out. Peace.